Hi, I'm Mark Boyajian. With current wireless technology, sound transmission is limited in both audio quality and distance. As the front-of-house engineer, when the need to transmit audio wirelessly arises, it's important to be sure that the mix is not compromised by the wireless technology. In this XIRIUM Pro video, we're going to talk about the 5 gigahertz signal, which is the signal frequency range that XIRIUM Pro uses to transmit its audio, and the hows and whys. And we're going to start by talking about bandwidth and the current limitations in wireless systems. Current wireless technologies are based on VHF and UHF, which are limited to 200 kilohertz of bandwidth. To deliver audio with this bandwidth, compromises need to be made. That means no linear frequency response and limited distance. By contrast, XIRIUM Pro uses 20 megahertz of bandwidth, which is 100 times the bandwidth. With 5 gigahertz technology, there's enough space to ensure the entire mix is transmitted uncompressed with full frequency response. Now that we understand why 5 gigahertz is great for wireless audio, let's discuss how to use 5 gigahertz. 5 gigahertz wireless behaves differently than VHF or UHF signals. It's reflected by glass, metal, and concrete. It's also absorbed by water, which includes people. In order to get the best possible signal, there are 3 things to consider and plan for: a clear line of sight, an unobstructed Fresnel zone, and proper RF channel selection, based on the zone where XIRIUM Pro is used. We will discuss each of these design criteria topics. First, let's talk about line of sight. In VHF and UHF land, where we have frequencies with wavelengths that could be over a meter, something like this might be considered line of sight. By contrast, with XIRIUM Pro and the use of SHF frequencies, or 5 gigahertz, we're talking about wavelengths that are only about 6 centimeters or 2 inches in length. So, in order to be able to maintain line of sight, we need to have our antennas on the same plane. Where challenges arise with the transmitter maybe being mounted lower than the receiver, for example, in a situation where the transmitter's at the front of house tent and the receiver's located where the J array or speakers are up in the air, we simply angle the transmitter up at the receiver, angle the receiver back down at the transmitter, and again, we're able to create that single plane line of sight. Now, there's times where obstructions just can't be helped. Maybe we have to get through a wall, or perhaps we have to get through trees or some other obstruction. Well, for those situations, XIRIUM Pro also offers a repeater so that those obstructions can be overcome. Next, we'll talk about the Fresnel zone. The Fresnel zone is an ellipsoid-shaped area, think American football or rugby ball, that exists between antennas. Its size is affected by 2 criteria: the distance between antennas. The greater the distance, the larger the Fresnel zone. And frequency. The lower the frequency, the larger the Fresnel zone. For the best possible results, the Fresnel zone should contain no more than 20% obstructions. Examples of obstructions include things like the audience, front of house tent, food trucks, or trees. Next, let's talk about channel selection. Based on the zone in which XIRIUM Pro is being used, there are 5 to 8 RF channels from which to choose. When selecting a channel or channels, if multiple transmitters are to be used, consider the following. Look for an unused channel. If one is available, select that channel for the TX. If all channels are occupied, find the one that is used the least or has the lowest overall RF power. Contact the venue's RF management. Or if the show or project is outside, contact local law enforcement, emergency services, and/or city management. Thanks for watching our video. We hope this helps you use XIRIUM Pro and better understand the use of the 5 gigahertz signal used to transmit the audio with XIRIUM Pro. If you need to learn more about XIRIUM Pro products and the kinds of things that you can do with this wireless technology, please visit our YouTube channel. Thanks very much for watching.